Greetings and welcome back to Switched to Linux. Well, today we are going to take a little bit of time and we are going to talk a little bit more about some social media stuff. And there's some reason why, of course. One of the things about social media, and I'm not generally for it, in fact I'm generally more against it in our world, but we are going to dive into that as a discussion point today. Like, where is everybody? Wow. Usually when I start, I have a whole lot more people on. We got 6. All 6 of you. I guess what's Philip DeFranco ending shows with? All 3 of you still watching, you know. But greetings. Isaiah Briggs is here. Hello to you. John Smith, greetings. And Computer Advanced Technology System Services. Hello to you. I take it that you do computer technology services. Cool. All right. Well, if there's anyone else listening in, feel free to stop on by. So I guess what we'll do here is we will kind of jump on in and discuss some social media stuff. So kind of what hold on a second. I'm going to go ahead and record this and get a good higher quality thing to be doing later. Hello, Richard Addison. Greetings. Present. Richard Addison here. Bueller. All right, so today we want to talk a little bit about social media, and kind of the reason there's a few multifaceted reasons I want to look into this, and of course I caught a few articles and videos today from Matt D'Avella today, talking about social media detoxes and things like this. Of course, as you guys know, if you follow my channel, I'm not a huge fan of social media. Okay, so running down everything I have, I mean, YouTube could be considered a social media, but of course I use it more like a platform than I do anything else. It's not like something that I'm constantly on. In fact, I don't have any YouTube apps or anything on the phone, and I don't even log into my YouTube account on most of my computers. Just this one that I do streaming on, and the media PC is also logged in so that I can go ahead and answer comments and things like that over there. So other than that, let's see. If I dive down, I think I still have a Twitter and a Pinterest account attached to my Christian channel. Those in the YouTube, and G+, sort of. If it's not still dying in limbo, it'll be there. So I have those. Now, one of them, and the reason I started looking into this and thinking of this is you guys have heard of Goodreads. So this is basically like a social media platform for authors or for bookophiles, really. And so I want to talk a little bit more about that near the end and what got me to thinking about doing this. But at the same time, I want to talk about social media as a person, social media as a business. Of course, a lot of people will have a social media account tied to their business or their following. So, you know, if I were to get like a Twitter connected to Switch to Linux or a Mastodon connected to Switch to Linux, whatever it happens to be. So if YouTube's like, oh, nope, you're done, you know, and I don't have any notice, it'd be good to have a place where you guys can go to and go, oh, did that guy fall off the planet and die, or did that guy just get deplatformed from YouTube? You know, so you kind of have this idea of you know, having a social media account for a business is not a bad thing. It's kind of that. Now, as a person using it, I think that there's a few ways to use social media. If you use it simply to keep up with the businesses that you like and maybe family, I don't see as much of a big deal with it. But if you're using social media as an addiction and to fill your low self-esteem, now we have a different problem, a different challenge that we might want to start looking into and considering. Now, with that being said, is it hypocrisy to say, I'm not a big advocate of social media, but hey, for business, it might not be a bad thing, because then, of course, I'm pre-assuming that people are on there, and people, if I'm saying it's probably not a good thing, it's a business, what is it? Is it a hypocrisy? Is it not hypocrisy? I just don't know. So these are things that I'm thinking of. So what are some of the downfalls, some of the pitfalls with it? Well, the biggest one is the addiction factor. Of course, some recent studies are coming out showing that it makes you more depressed. You know, it makes you more depressed. It is addictive. A lot of it, what it has to do is what Matt D'Avella says in his video. In his one video is called basically talking about negative comparison. And also After School just did a clip. He does, of course, grab speeches and things. He grabbed a clip from the Elon Musk and Joe Rogan interview talking about the dangers of social media and how social media is destroying our life. And they also talk about this negative comparison. And what ends up happening is that we start to, if we're on social media and we're constantly checking social media, we are constantly comparing our life as it is now to people's best moments on the platforms. And so that raises itself a challenge. Of course, the addictive factor, I can quit Facebook anytime, I just don't want to. Well, same thing that can be said for any drug. I can quit heroin anytime, I just don't want to. Or as Mark Twain famously said, I quit smoking hundreds of times, My biggest deal with social media is the data tracking, which admittedly is worse for some social platforms, not as bad for other ones. Like, Twitter, I don't think has anything more than, I'm sure it could follow you around the internet, but to create the account, you don't need anything really more than an email address, I don't think. And so it raises this question, like Facebook, I just think Facebook should be closed down. I don't advocate anybody be on Facebook. I have no connection to Facebook. Of course, I deleted all the accounts that I had. I did have business connections to it and things. I deleted it all because the problem with Facebook is they're not data miners, they're data hoarders. They hoard data all over the place. They scoop it up from people who have not even consented to give them data. And they use this data to do excessive marketing and narrowed sales. So as far as marketing is concerned, I'm okay with marketing to say this is what the offerings are I have. I'm not okay with marketing if it's so narrowing in and targeting somebody to the nth degree to the point where they're worn out to the point where they buy it. That's not marketing, that's coercion. Kind of Neil Postman discusses that a little bit in both Disappearance of Childhood and to a lesser extent Amusing Ourselves to Death, where he talks about the marketing is really meant to make you discontent with your life, and if you buy this item, this is going to help you out. Well, when you couple that to social media, now we have some serious issues. Okay, so of course I was talking about these, a couple videos that I watched today. I Quit Social Media for 30 Days by Matt D'Avella, and actually he did this one first, this 30-day social media fast by Matt D'Avella. This one was a neat video, basically just kind of walking through what you do. So of course he has steps, actually this isn't steps, this is what it is, this part. He has steps in here somewhere as well. But they're talking about the social media detox, and this is, if you're using social media, if you're on it a lot and you think you might want to keep it, I would encourage you to try a social media detox. This is, you're going to delete social media from your phones and devices, log out of the accounts on your computer, clear your browser cache, things like that. And just make a commitment to not go on social media for 30 days. And then you can jump back on and then decide. The idea between a social media detox is that you can decide to what level you'd like to reintegrate social media to your life. Because there are valid reasons to keep it around, and that is what I want to stress. I am not a big fan, for example, of Facebook. I'm not a big fan of having anything on your phone. I do not think you should ever have any social media on your phone outside of very rare specific cases. And I don't. And I think there was a time I did, of course, before I knew about data tracking, really before anybody knew about data tracking. Of course, you had your Facebook on there and whatever else. And for me, I removed it not when I got into the privacy aspect of things. I removed it from the phone when they started leading me like a shepherd, like a lamb to be slaughtered. A sheep, we're being pushed around. With Facebook, it started with, oh, you can no longer use our app to communicate with people. Now you have to download our separate app. Once they started doing that, and really I use Facebook exclusively to communicate with people, so I said, well, there's no point in this anymore, so I just deleted it from the phone entirely. And that's kind of the thing that I've done. Don't let these guys lead you around. Of course, Matt D'Avella also talks, and the other one that I watched is I Quit Social Media for 30 Days. This is like his summary video, what was the result of his 30-day social media detox. So he talks, of course, about negative comparison. he talks about, you know, feedback and attention, and he pulled out another third thing. And the primary thing that he focused on in this is social media is a time killer. If you're using it just to stay connected with some folks, then that's okay, but you have to be very careful that you don't allow it to consume every bit of your time. You jump on there just to see what's up, and then before you know it, 30, 40 minutes is done, and the average person checks their social media multiple times per day, and then you're just kind of all over. That's crazy, guys. That's crazy, crazy. Talk cray all the way. All right? And so there's good things about social media, there's bad things. So why did I got thinking about this? Well, it comes down to the authoring stuff. Of course, I am an author. Hey, shameless marketing. This is my book on, which is a parody. So there is a church growth movement, and I'm not an advocate of the church growth movement at all. In fact, this is why I tell new Christians, don't go off and run off to a church right away. Find an individual person and meet somewhere else and study and learn what your Bible says. Because the church growth movement teaches a lot of wrong things about the church, and they really focus exclusively on the numbers and not really about living by what's in the Bible, which is, to me, the important part. So the churches in my town got together and walked through all of, like 12 or 13 of the largest churches, most influential churches in my town, went through and started preaching a sermon series through a book called The Art of Neighboring. And The Art of Neighboring as a book it's so bad. It is so bad. I cannot for the life of me imagine why pastors would possibly recommend it to their congregations. So I wrote a parody of the thing. And this guy here is actually my #1 selling book. Simply, I think it's because all of these churches around the country are starting to promote The Art of Neighboring. And when you look up The Art of Neighboring, my book comes up right behind it. I'm #2 on that search term on Amazon because of the close relationship to that book. And so that is one of the things I do. The other one, which is, in my opinion, a far superior book, barely sells anything, Testing and Temptations, which is about how to grow in your Christian life. And I am also releasing 2 more books in the next coming months. And so what happened is, at a period of time, I was on a social media platform called Goodreads, which is a social media platform for bookophiles. And I actually got off of this when what you used to be able to do is, as an author, I can create an author page, link my books into it, and I could offer giveaways. So I could come in here and say, hey, I'm going to give away 10 books on random things, and it used to be free. Well, it caused a big conundrum that beginning of this year, they started charging money for that. And so a lot of people, particularly the indie authors, like for myself, I mean, I've had to take hours of my life writing it, and then hours of my life producing the book, and then all of my, a lot of resources, and I know how to do that kind of stuff. If you don't, the first edition of this book cost me $1,500 to bring to the table. And then, of course, doing it that way, it still cost me $8 a copy to buy my own book, and now they have the audacity to say you got to pay an extra $100 to list the book, to give the book away for free. Huh? And so, because of that, I jumped off of the platform. I said, I'll delete my account, and the problem is, I'm wondering, is that really the good approach? Now that I have my costs streamlined down to merely my time, and it's a fun hobby for me, so I enjoy doing it, is it worth throwing out $100 to offer out the book? Because the reality is, a lot of people use the thing, and several hundred people are going to see about the book. Is it worth paying a couple $100 to give out 10 copies of the book, and then a lot more people see it? So you guys let me know. Should I jump back onto this as a platform, reestablish my author profile, so I can communicate with people on a bookophile platform about my books? It almost makes sense. I might like to do that. And frankly, if you're going to successfully sell a book, you have to throw advertiser dollars into it. Maybe it would be worth jumping in there and paying the $100 and seeing how does that compare to other marketing. Because I know for me, videos, and of course this channel I don't talk as much about that kind of stuff because I try and keep this neutral to the secular viewership. But at the same token, my other channel, which is a much smaller channel, which is growing, but it's a much smaller channel, that's where I'll plug those books quite a bit. And frankly, I can sell more books. You know, can I sell more books doing a video about it on a platform that I have, or can I sell more books by paying them $100, give away 10 copies to people that they let me know who they are, but then several hundred other people hear about the book, see about the book, and add it to their lists? That's a question I have. Because I can also go right to Amazon, and I can go right to Amazon and give away books of my own. Of course, I have to buy them at full retail, but of course, since they're my books, I get the commission or the royalty back for them. So frankly, it's cheaper to do it on Amazon, and I slightly believe Amazon's going to be a slightly bigger target market. Of course, if you know about this company, Amazon actually owns Goodreads. So that's another concern. Do I really want to establish another account with this social media platform? That's a good question. All right. So you guys let me know in the comments. Should I rejoin this? Because as a business person, to make an establishment with connection with people that like books, let me know. Should I do that? I just don't know. It's a thought I've been thinking of. Of course, take a look at these ratings here. I have 7 ratings, I think 2 reviews, 7 ratings, 4.5 star rating. Go on Amazon, the same book actually has a 2-star rating. And a lot of the reason it has a 2-star rating, of course, is because people are buying, people are reading the original book, The Art of Neighboring, because their pastors recommend it. And here this guy on the internet is coming out and saying that this is a bad book and that sheeple don't use their brain cells and believe what their pastor says without examining what the Bible says. And that's what my problem is. Holy cow, people. And so, of course, I get a lot of negative reviews on that. So if you have read The Art of Shallow Neighboring and you thought it was a great book and you leave Amazon reviews, please leave me a review. I mean, really. So that's kind of the thing, right? Is social media can have a good and a positive area in our life should we use it in that way, okay? And with that being said, there's places and there's times. Now, I think a site like Goodreads is a social media site that has validity because it is specifically geared around a simple purpose. It's geared around a purpose of people who love books. And if you can find a social media account around your hobby, I think there's a whole lot more value in that than there is something like Facebook, which is just a data hoarding company with no focus in particular, which simply seeks to monetize your data. So I'm not into any Facebook-owned companies at all. So even though Instagram is technically a little bit better, I won't go near it because it's that. WhatsApp is technically a better company. I won't go near it because of that. I just don't trust the Facebook company. And so I absolutely will not recommend or endorse a Facebook company. But I use Amazon because I'm an author, and frankly, if you want to sell books, I mean, I'll tell you that the vastest majority of my books sell through Amazon than through any other means. And so it's foolish to sit here and not be on the Amazon platform. So as an author, should I have reestablished my author account on Goodreads and pay $100 for the marketing? It might be worth it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. All right, that part's done. Let's go ahead and see who jumped on. Hey, we're up to 41 folks. Greetings, everybody. Yeah, we had a slow start. Hey, pizza on, pizza. Greetings. Did you get your pizza? Did you get that server working? I didn't check Skype today, but I might have a little bit of time to look at it today if you need. Jessica, how's it going there? Pyrus Reality, greetings. Present. Snazzy Butterflies here. Bueller. Working on a long video. Every Apple product ever released, excluding software releases. I already did it. Wow, that's cool. Hello, Quint. Greetings, sir. How are you? I am doing okay. CJ is resting comfortably. He is being a yeah, you. Yeah, see, he's being a bum. He's over there like, yep, I'm chilling, yo. I'm chilling. All right. Hello, Farron. Greetings. KO2610. Greetings, greetings. Hello, Babbler. Proofread the copy we mailed back on Monday. All right. How did you like it, Saddle Ridge? Did you like that? Was that exciting? Let me know. All right. Okay. Google Plus is still dying and in limbo. Yeah, I clicked on my Christian website. I still have the Google Plus linked to it. I clicked on it, and it still exists. It doesn't go to any 404 or anything. I think it's officially being put in the pasture in February. Okay. So I guess in February I'll go and remove the link. Yeah, good. I want to redesign that website anyway. I don't know. I have an Instagram that is full of Linux memes. There you go. Just because you're young doesn't mean your time has no value. Huh. I'm not seeing what he's referring to. I must need to switch over to live chat. Quint, you didn't remind me. All right, let's see. Okay. What's your Instagram name? Okay, let's see. Oh, it's private, yep. Yay, never said my time has no value. No, Pizza does amazing videos. I'd be anxious to see what that video looks like. He does really good videos. What, kitty? You want to come up and say hi, peoples? Hey, peoples. How are yous? Go, bud. All right. Take your place. Take your place on the fuzzy snake table. All right, let's see. Elon Musk. Now you've reminded me what he did on his Twitter in the past. Yeah. Rip Bush. Social media also causes stress due to anger at opposing views. Yeah, absolutely. Facebook corrupted in London. Its server broken source. Huh. Waste your precious time on Apple. It has been covered exhaustively. Yeah, but it's really good. Hey, see you, Quint. Okay, let's see. Watch the video stating cell phones are pinging frequencies to the user that affect your brain. Yes, that affect your brain. Yes. Find tons of old Apple products, and I can only find very little information on. For example, I can hardly find any information on the Apple IIc mouse. Yeah, it's because it sucked. All right, let's see. The website is expired. Oh, okay, I don't know, okay. Got rid of Facebook on my phone because it was way too heavy for it. Yep, Facebook got sent out of the pasture a while back. All right, Facebook's, okay. Yes, in the description for most of my videos. All right. With regard to social media, let it go ASAP. The time will come when you will see me no more. There you go. Yep. I'm on Reddit if I'm really bored. All right. Some good into social media, being able to relate to people for one, and also having to laugh and stuff, like our software gore or our Windows 10. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Never bored. There are not enough hours in the day. I'm with you. I mean, understand though, Pizza's young. You know, when you're young, you still do get bored, man. When you're older, yeah, I wish I could increase the day to 48 hours. That would be good for me. You know. Hey there, Ricky. Greetings. How's it going there? Alright, been watching last night's replay of TOS Live. Yeah, that was an interesting one. Absolutely. Under pseudonym, of course, but that's the way of the world. Just fix website's Discord. Alright, cool. So Pizza's Discord link is updated on the website now. Okay. So social media means I get to see people that like Mario Kart modding. There you go. I send free 400-page PDF book free of charge. Okay. SM lets people see if they like Linux and stuff. Yep. Yep. Correct. Can only do what you can do. I'm not expecting miracles from any of you. Yeah. Okay. Super chat. Looks like IDC. Analog IDC. Thank you for that super chat. Appreciate that. All right, let's see. Okay. Okay. No, Tom, I wouldn't do it personally unless you were to charge a nominal fee. It should never hurt you financially to do charity and serve others. It's going to leave a bad taste in your mouth. Considered ScribD. My audiobooks are in ScribD. What else is on ScribD? I've not actually considered, like, I don't even really know what Scribd is. I don't know what any of these things are. I know my audiobook's over there. Cat? The cat is playing with my keyboard again. Thank you, cat. Jeesh. All right. Read without limits. Yeah, I mean, is this a social media or is it I don't know what exactly Scribd is. I know my audiobooks are over there. Let me see what else is on Scribd. Gotta search over here. Yep, so if you are on Scribd, you can search my name there and you can grab my audiobook. So if you are on Scribd, my audiobook is over here. I will have a list of everywhere this is available. I'm still waiting for a few key players to show up. When it shows up on Audible and Amazon, I'll start posting the links. It should be showing up on audiobooks.com, but it's not there yet. I need to get a hold of the company and figure out why it's not there yet. I'm giving it another week or so. Technically, it's 30 days. It's been 35 or so, but there was a big holiday in the middle, so. You should rejoin if you want to rejoin. If you don't, you don't. Pizza, I didn't want to think. That's why I asked you guys. Should I rejoin as an author on there or not? I don't want to think. I'm just going to take a democratic poll, you know. Hello, Dank Memer. Greetings. Mortis, greetings. How are you? Yarslav, how's it going there? To you in the end, whether you think you should rejoin or not. Oh, man, another one that tells me I have to think. I don't want to think. I want to be a sheeple. Sheeple. Live Linux is corrupted. You're no use. Protect Pox kernel. Mobile heavy good product. Linux book should start teach how to protect the Linux. There you go. Yep. If it's costing you $200 for a book you want to give away, I think the only way to go about it is to try to come close to breaking even. Completely agree. Yeah. So as far as what the cost, so like I can go through and when I publish a book or pretty much any time, I can publicize a book in all of the book catalogs that go out by buying an $80 ad, which would put the information out in front of every book distributor who buys it. The problem is, do you have your system set up in such a way that a book distributor would want to buy the book? And to do that, you have to give, basically, I have to cut my royalties down to only 45%, giving the bookstore 55% of royalty sales. That gives them the incentive to buy it. And then the second thing I have to do is I have to approve to accept return purchases, which I don't do yet because it's too big of a risk. So if Barnes & Noble bought 30,000 copies of the book and then decides, I don't want these, and sends 30,000 copies back, now I have to buy 30,000 copies of my book. Not good. Okay, not good. And so you have to play the field well. If you have the resources to accept returns, then it's worth it. But then with Goodreads to pay $100, on average about 400 or 500 people will request a copy, and it gets added to the to-read list of everybody on the platform, which is a lot of exposure for $100. It is, and it's arguable that the 100, I think it's either 119 or 190. Different resources say different amounts, and I forget exactly which one's right. So if it's $100 to show it to 400 people, an average of 400 people who asked to be entered into the drawing, and then all of those people on a book of file website demonstrated that book and post that book automatically to their feeds, it's really worth the exposure. Is it, what is it? So I think it's probably more of a matter of it hurt my pride that they're now charging something that used to be free. In which case, swallow that pride and go pay $100 because it's called a marketing fee, okay? And it's a tax-deductible marketing fee. I mean, it's not like I throw $100 out. It's I throw $100 into my marketing bin, and it's called a marketing fee. That's okay. So I think it might be worth rejoining and running a test. Let's run a test. Let's see if that greatly increases sales, exposure, book ranking on Amazon, whatever it happens to be. Now, some people have said don't do it with the Kindle, although it's cheaper for me to do the Kindle because I don't have to pay the $100 fee plus the purchasing fee plus the shipping fees. I just have to push the button and send it out. But apparently that messes up your also bot feed on Amazon. So I don't know. Maybe it'd be worth trying both. I'm not sure. I don't know. Can't identify with sheeple. Sorry, I've tried and failed. Yeah, I know. Could not get the subdomain working yet. All right, I'll see if I have some time today to look at it, Pizza. We can probably figure that out, maybe. Okay, person bleeding funds each week cannot be effective and cannot serve others. Well, it's not each week. It's a how often do you want to host a giveaway? Because I am going to attempt to host a giveaway on Amazon. What I need to do is, for those in the publishing or the writing world or thinking about writing a book, is CreateSpace used to be where you would write a book to distribute it on Amazon. That's now being merged directly into Amazon's KDP program. So I need to move all my CreateSpace books over into KDP. And then once I get those moved over, which might be on the docket to do today, then I'm actually going to issue a free giveaway of one of my books over there to boost the numbers of that one. So, and that doesn't cost me anything except the cost of buying the books. And of course, I get the royalties back. So basically, it's only going to cost me my printing fee of the book, which is, I think, $3 or $4. But Amazon takes care of the shipping. Woohoo! Of course, I have to pay them back, but that's okay. I don't really mind. And someone at school who is in the programming and stuff, I gave him access to my server. I'm teaching him the Linux command line. Very cool. Hey, Louie. Greetings, Louie. How's it going there? Frost Ranger of the Frozen Realm. Hello there. Greetings, Ricky. Dennis, my server is a Raspberry Pi. Very cool. Dobie Acme. How's it going there? Hello, CJ Yankee.
Hello, Mortis. How are you?
All right. Okay. Can you do a Nova launcher tutorial today? Oh, okay. That's for pizza. I don't know. Okay, I'm great. Pizza. Also, tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., I'll be live streaming Live Tech Report. Very cool. I may or may not be able to catch that, Ricky. Shoot me an email, and if I actually check my email tomorrow morning, I might be able to jump on. My schedule for tomorrow is weird, but I might have some time in the morning. Already working on a video about Apple products. However, I will add it to my video ideas list. All right. Don't use Apple or Facebook. Yeah. Oh. George Bush died today. Oh, really? Yes, sir. Oh, I didn't know that. I was too busy watching earthquake news in Anchorage, I think. Sad. Oh, well. Amazon is a bad company, like they have made a deal with Apple to throw out the resellers. Yes, that is bad. It's not just phones. It's everything. It's bad. Thank you once again, Analog, for that super chat. Always appreciate that. Helps the channel running. Not against social media when used properly. And that's the thing, is it's when used properly. And the question is, are we using it properly? And is the social media company using it properly? There's another question. Smash that like button, guys. Just be careful. Don't break my like button. I need that for future shows, but definitely. Pull up Chrome today, and it said on my news feed. Awesome, but I need to use Windows for PC gaming. That's sad, but oh well. Love Script D. I'll scope you out. Oh yeah, it's audiobooks. What it is mainly. It's better than Audible. Oh, cool. Yeah, Mark, shoot me some details how it works and stuff. I don't trust their marketing, but yeah, you can take a look at my book there. In fact, Mark, I will go ahead. Copy. Mark, if you are still here, here is the link to my book on Scribd. Okay. Need to charge the phone. You're going to do a tutorial on charging your phone? Cool. All right. Then use Windows for gaming. Okay. Yep. Now George Bush. Yeah, okay. What's my opinion on Simple Note? It does sync to the cloud, but has a good TOS and privacy policy. It's made by the same developers as WordPress, and it's a client. I don't actually trust the people at WordPress these days. Notice how much they're forcing Jetpack. Did you see what Jetpack does? That is spy tool all the way. As far as liking WordPress, I like WordPress.org, which is the open source portion of it without the bloated crap. I actually don't like the Automatic company. I think they're slimy jerks. And so, with that being said, I'm not sure if they have a good terms of service and privacy policy. Then sure, it's something to use. I actually use Nextcloud has a note application, so of course that's the one I use. Because it will sync notes from any device that I want to use it on. So I use that. But yeah, I mean, if Simple Note, if it's open source and the TOS and the privacy policy is good, then sure, go ahead and use it. What happened to your T-shirt that you couldn't print because of copyright? Well, apparently they said it was an error. I do have a version of it back up online. So yes, you can still get it. And now instead of saying COC, let's see, right now, like that one said contributor code of conduct. Now the one says September 2018 COC. Just in case it was an issue with this. So if the person behind this one didn't like it and called a copyright strike on it and took it down, I put one up that's absolutely safe. And their legal team came back and said it's absolutely safe and it is back online. So yeah, you can head on over to shop.switchedtolinux.com. Unless they took it down again, which I don't think they did. Last time I checked it out, it was still there. But shop.switchedtolinux.com. And yep, you can get the RF No Preserve Root 918 Code of Conduct, t-shirts, bags. I don't think you can get that on a mouse pad. Oh, we have cats and tinfoil hats on coffee cups and tote bags. And then sub to the cat, the human's crazy. So you can get all that kind of stuff over there at shop.switchedtolinux.com. Hello, Adonis. How's it going there? I've been doing all my gaming on Linux for 6 months now, managing to use it just fine, and since Steam Play launched, I have no reason to go back to Windows. Very good. I think you should. I've recently joined as a regular user, but I haven't used anything yet. Okay. Google says join. Oh, you asked Google, and Google said to rejoin? Okay. Simple Note is a better WordPress editor than WordPress editor, which is funny. Yeah. I think the overall developer view of Gutenberg is that they should have taken all those resources to make TinyMCE good. Which, frankly, I think it's good already. I don't have any gripes with it. Louis loves Simple Note. The book thing feels like more of a passion project for you. Yes, but selling books, though, is actually a good way. If I sell enough of them, I might actually be able to, you know, put some gas in the car or something. I love it for passion, but if I can sell my passion, that's okay. And frankly, I think I have things people would like to read. So, you know. See if you can put a good strategy together. Charge a very affordable small fee. I think you could break even or better. Yep. Can I do a live stream tomorrow? Probably not. Okay, allows you to do even more. Yes, it has far reach and business. Yes. Okay. So there's another one. So yes. So if you just jumped on, we're asking, should I reestablish my author account on Goodreads in anticipation that I'm going to be releasing 2 new books in the next couple of months so that I can reconnect to people? Basically, it's a social media site. I quit it because of you know, they hurt my pride. So I'm asking the question, should I rejoin this as an author and swallow my pride and pay the fee to enter giveaways? So basically what it is people over there can enter to receive a free copy of the book. Okay. How do you get an ISBN number? Is that expensive? Okay, so you get an ISBN number by going to Boker in the United States. The ISBN numbers are regulated on a global level. In the United States, I'm assuming you're United States, not that Boker. I think I spelled it wrong. There's a couple ways of spelling it. Okay. So Boker, which owns My Identifiers. So this is where you wanted to go to get a ISBN number. Now, I will tell you this on the outset. ISBNs. If you are planning to only sell on Amazon, go through the KDB program and have Amazon auto assign you an ISBN number. Best way to go. But if you want to have something that could be sold in other places, you want it potentially sold through bookstores, or if you want to have a more professional tone, you want to buy your ISBN number, because the ISBN number allows you to basically link the book into a Library of Congress number as well, which the CreateSpace/KDP ones do not. And so you go to Boker, you can buy a single ISBN number for $125. You can buy 10 ISBN numbers for $300, 100 for $500, and 1,000 for $1,500. So of course, the more of them you buy, the better. I'll also say in the outset that these guys had a malicious software on their credit card things. My card was scooped up in it. That is who ended up trying to charge a bunch of things to iTunes Music on a card of mine, which I caught the day, like I literally caught it before it went down. Well, just the other day. Where are you at? I haven't organized my shelf in a while. I can't find it right away, but yep, they caught malicious activity on their things. But this is where you buy it. Now you can buy it from other third-party resellers, way more expensive. If you are getting it printed at like a vanity publisher or whatever, I do not recommend that in any way, shape, or form. It costs way too much. It costs way too much for you to get a copy of your book, but they'll give you an ISBN number. So that's what you do, is you go to myidentifiers.com, you create an account over there, and that's how you get an ISBN number. And that's your costs as well. Okay, so just drop that in there. Okay. Guys, does anyone know how to fix deepen not booting after a couple of boots? What type of error are you getting? And have you held down, hold down the shift on boot up and see if that'll lock your, give you more time to respond on your grub menu, and see if there's anything else in your grub menu, like a recovery or something. Have I heard that Google is going to get rid of Hangouts by 2020? Yes, I just read that this morning. How exciting. Yep. They're going to wrap a chat thing into their Google services, though. Yeah, there you go. Wipe the drive and install Solus. There you go. All right. Okay, switch to... Okay. We're going to switch with a dedicated NAS server, also run on a separate IP range. Very cool. Very good. All right. Oh, yeah. Everyone's just saying really, yeah. And the latest deepen's a little freaky. I don't know. Mark, I disagree. Bleeding funds to serve others is not good, at least when it comes to donations to good cause. I can barely afford it, but I leave my finances up to the Lord. Yep. There you go. Yes, there's a link to the article on Frostbites. Yeah, Google is planning to drop Hangouts. I did read that this morning. Are we using social media properly? Everyone, hang on while I just ping everyone on Discord for this comment. There you go. Which church do I go to? I go to one called Nittany Baptist. It's like an independent Baptist church. Okay. I use Jetpack. I'm going to remove it, I guess. Well, before you just remove it, ask yourself, is it giving you services you need, and is it worth the trade-off of them tracking everything on your website? That's what you have to ask. I personally don't use it. There's legitimate reasons too. Like, one of the things is if you are a store that has any reasonable amount of volume, one of the things Jetpack allows you to do on WordPress is set up automatic tax collection systems, in which case you will automatically be able to collect taxes to all the regions without going through the pain of setting it all up. That's one of the great features of Jetpack. Do I use it? No, because I'm not a big enough operation to care. Okay. You might not like the model of a subscriber model. However, the pricing is right if you use it to really gain knowledge of your various readers as well. Worth it. Audible will cost you quite a lot more over time, and you don't get near the amount of books. Hello, David. Greetings to you. Welcome. Welcome back. Okay, isn't life itself the best game? And no, you don't need NVIDIA. Yeah, there you go. mean I have to charge my Android phone and do a Nova launcher tutorial. There you go. All right. Hello, Dan. Yes, you're late. Yep. I wish days were 72 hours so I can do more work. There you go. Okay. All right, let's see. Scrib D, if you're serious about reading more books, then it's better than Audible and less expensive over time. All right. Alexa says to rejoin. All right. Alexa says to rejoin as well. So Google says to rejoin. Alexa says to rejoin. It's a conspiracy, I'm telling you. Of course Alexa does because Goodreads is an Amazon company. So of course they say to join it. Maxed out stars on both books, and I gave short reviews on Amazon as well. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Not doubting that at all. I think you're a very particular niche. I think if you focus on your target market, you will do well in whatever you pursue. I'm not doubting at all. I'm glad you purchased some of your products, just not the extra cash. Yep. All right. Pride has not much price limit. Okay. The same about the niche. Yep. It's bad when you're basically poor and all your clients aren't much better off. The holidays are nearly here in rural North Carolina and people are hurting and will struggle to get through Christmas. Yeah, that's sad, unfortunately. Done some work for more wealthy people in the past. It went very well, but I just need to follow up with them. Yeah. iTunes, if you must use it, gift cards only. Yeah, my book, my audiobook will be on iTunes probably within a week or so. It is to get an audiobook on iTunes, Amazon, and Audible, you have to go through the company called ACX, which guess what? It's an Amazon company. So to get those out, it's passed through everything. It's into the heading off to retailers stage is where it's at right now. Okay. Tried everything to fix deep, and it's just a black screen. Computer is working. Honestly, I'd wipe it and sell something better. If you just absolutely love the Deepin desktop environment, try Manjaro Deepin. If it's just a matter of needing a good working computer, Solus. Somebody said Solus. Solus is solid. Love that distro. It's good. We don't need much. You realize it's typical late. Okay, I've got to do something, earn money, and save, and I'm fighting. Not doing anything extravagant or purchasing anything. I should just do what I can. Yeah. Apple used to make modems and printers. Yes, they did. They discontinued the modems not long ago, in fact. I guess the routers, I'm not sure. Switch to Manjaro. There you go. Yeah. And you know how many people are on my website, but it's not worth the data collection. Pizza, there are open source data analytics things you can plug into your website, and you can choose which data you collect. Yep. I will have to look into what it is. So, like, I generally use analytics on some of my sites because I advertise or monetize them. That's what I do. But on some of them, like Think Life Media, if you log into Think Life Media, it gets rid of Google Analytics and it gets rid of all the ads as well. Ever since Tyson left this area to go to Arkansas and elsewhere, and Lowe's left, oh, ouch. Yeah, and that's sad. That's really sad. If I quit watching YouTube, I would have more time to read. What would you have me do? You know, audiobooks. Watch YouTube videos, listen to audiobooks at the same time. One in one ear, one in the other. New KeePass user. Should I disable Google Auto Login by them? Can my passwords be hacked by them? Okay. Are you using an online service, or I wasn't aware that Google had a KeePass connection, so I'm not sure on that. Anyone else using KeePass to know for sure what's going on there? I'm not sure I understand what's going on with it. I mean, I use KeePass X on places where I need a password manager, but I don't use it much. Deepin 3 is easy steps. Install Ubuntu, add Deepin, DEPPA, install Deepin. Oh, okay. And there you go. All right. Pizza. Okay. Can you help me make my book like a regular book instead of like a piece of printed paper? Okay, start with the video I did on Monday about the top 5 ways to format a book. Email me a specific question and I'll see what I can do for you. All right. Is ASCII.NET anti-spam good? I've never noticed any real reason to use it or not. And I'm not sure if they have free accounts anymore either. So I think you have to pay for it anymore, I think. I've used one called Bad Behavior, which has worked for me in the past on WordPress. So look into that one. It works kind of like ASCII.NET. It's just not as fast. If ASCII.NET still has a free tier, I would try it. But I generally delete that before a WordPress install is even installed. Like what I do is I'll download the WordPress.org, and before I actually upload to the server to install it, I go in and I delete Hello Dolly, delete ASCII.NET. That's what I do. And then I delete all the themes except the latest one. So I have one base working theme in case my main theme that I'm developing has died on me. Okay. Wouldn't Pizza Loving Nerd still have a privacy policy? And although even at Switch, yeah, I mean, you need a privacy policy on a site, depending on where you're targeting to. I don't think you absolutely 100% have to have a privacy policy site on every site. If you specifically target the EU, yes. If it's just a site that's mostly targeted to, United States and EU people find it, questionable. But nevertheless, using open analytics type resources, yeah, you probably still want to have a privacy policy. Newer hardware, beautifully done. Hello, Jason Mills. It is going well over here. How are you? Poor veterans started using GNU Linux because of money. Even with fat stacks, wouldn't go back. It's impossible to pay everyone for the free help, but coffee mug or t-shirt, no sweat. Awesome. Very cool, man. Very cool. Well, welcome to Linux, and I'm glad it's working for you. Never finished the privacy policy. I have better things to do. There you go. And, you can actually, Pizza, you just go online to a privacy policy generator, enter a few things, they give you some HTML to export. That's what I would do. Lowe's left partially. Lowe's offices are still here. We still have Lowe's hardware. Okay. All the casts you do on YouTube must be very busy. Yep. On the tube. On tube must be really busy. Okay. No KeyPass app on Linux. Are you talking about... Well, KeyPass X is what I'm talking about, which is pre-installed on several distros. I'm pretty sure I don't know. It may be over here. I'm not sure it is or not. No, I don't have it installed on this one right now. But yeah, I mean, the KeyPass X is installed on many Linux distros. Unless you're talking about a different service. If you're talking about an online cloud-based password manager, like burn it with fire. That's bad. Rich for me was the afterthought that maybe my username wasn't very feminine. I was just trying to come up with something that so it doesn't matter if your username is masculine, feminine, whatever else. Hello, Lamer Linux. Greetings to you. Email me you copy the book. All right. It's afternoon in Eastern time. Yes, it is 1:24 in Eastern time. People keep moving here from the city I left right where we were. There are no jobs here. Yep. Got a bunch of NSWF comments on my website, and I set free ASCII.NET account, and it works great. Okay. All right, so I guess they do have a free account. All right, yeah. If it's working, it's a free account, go for it. Absolutely. My actual name first, and I thought better if it changed to what I have now. Yep. Good cast on LibreOffice helped me move from Microsoft Office. Well, you are very welcome. And let me know if there's other ones I need to do as well on those similar topics. I want to work on an entire course about how to format a book. It's like time's just getting away from me right now. I'll get to it when the next couple rounds of book formattings are done. All right. See you later, Saddle Ridge. Wilkes County used to be a thriving marketplace, used to be a place to be. NASCAR got its start here. History of town is quite interesting, yeah. Google has auto login feature. See me rot. Greetings. What do you think about music distribution services like CD Baby that distribute music for a fee? Let me look at that one again real quick. Okay, if I'm understanding it correctly, this is going to be very, very much like, yeah, I would probably look into your music industry because I'm not as knowledgeable about the music industry, but please let me know because I have friends that are into the music industry. I use a service called Findaway Voices, not Findaway, I want Findaway Voices. That's a Findaway company. Findaway Voices is what I want. So I use Findaway Voices for my audiobook distribution. Basically what Findaway Voices does, it sounds like it's the same type of thing. Basically, I create the account through these guys, and I produce my audiobooks, and then I upload the audio file, and then they are going to distribute from everything. Now, I do not distribute to Amazon, Apple, and Audible. I have those channels turned off. And the reason is when they distribute the audiobook, I get certain percentage fees. Amazon, Apple, and Audible take more fees than all of the other ones because Amazon has a separate company that is called ACX. ACX. These guys directly retail through Audible, Amazon, and iTunes. This is the best way. Basically, by putting my audiobooks on these guys, I get 25%. If I sell exclusively through these guys, money hungry fools, I make 40%. I have it turned on to the non-exclusive, which means I only make 25% when I sell through ACX. But then Findaway Voices distributes it to everybody else. And with everybody else on the list, now I'm going to get different royalty amounts based upon how it works. So, if I'm understanding correctly, why is my website not linking? Please click. I'd like to click on the pricing, but apparently I can't. Okay, so I think this will... Okay, so the a la carte means basically if they're distributing it to somewhere, I think like Scribd, other things like this, I'll make 40 to 50% of my list price. Now, Findaway Voices allows me to set the price of my audiobook, so then I'm going to make between 40 and 50% of the price of that book for every sale. Subscription is if it's like a subscription service like Audible, Scribd might be a subscription service, whatever else it happens to be, a subscription type thing is 30 to 40%. And then there's revenue shares, which are kind of like libraries, schools, things like that. You'll see 25 to 45%. So if I'm understanding this correctly, having not looked into it, it looks like this is kind of like a Findaway Voices for music, in which case, yes, but research them, find out if there's alternative companies, because one of the things that you do is I can distribute on ACX. I can also distribute through all of the other places, but as soon as I do that, my royalties severely drop. They're going to take out even more money. And doing it on Findaway Voices, again, I get the most profit selling it through everything except Amazon, Audible, and Apple. So I have it set up in that way. You do the same thing doing print books. You set up your print books to sell through KDP, to sell through the Amazon properties, and then you set them up on Ingram Spark to sell them everywhere else in the rest of the world. Because while Ingram Spark can put them on Amazon, it's going to seriously hurt your royalty rates. And while Amazon can put them on Ingram Spark, that seriously hurts your royalty rates. So you manage two separate accounts and keep them separate from each other. which is slightly more overhead of your time and resources, but absolutely worth it because your royalty rates stay high across all sales channels. So yes, using services like this is good, but research where they're going. Is there exclusivity? I would never do anything that is exclusive. And the reason is I also sell things through a company called PayHip. And PayHip basically allows you to sell any of your files or services, basically like digital file services. They allow you to do that. Let me see if I can find, can I search or do I have to send them a direct link? I might have to find you a direct link for that. So let me find you a direct link. Well, it's small and obviously you can't search it. If you have something like a website to direct traffic, then you can certainly do that. So if I go down to my book, and I say, where do I want to get it? I can send you directly to PayHip. And so on PayHip, go here. So on PayHip, I can come over here and say, you can purchase these here. This royalty rate is only 10%. So whatever I'm selling my audio, I can sell audio files, you can sell music, you can sell ebooks. Whatever I'm selling over here, I get 90% of the commission rate. So, and I simply haven't put my audiobooks over here yet. I'm just kind of waiting until I get full approval through everything to make sure the distribution's good. So basically what this means is now I can set slightly lower prices over here, send people directly to this, and this is my go-to place for selling to EU because they will collect VAT on my behalf, so I never have to worry about that. Okay, so this is another thing. If CD Baby is saying you have to sell exclusively here, I would not do it. If they give you a discounted royalty rate to have a non-exclusive, I would do that because you can build up a social media or a YouTube or a platform or a website following, send people directly to these guys, you'll directly sell it and get more profit per unit sold. So I would not go on to anything that gives me an exclusive deal, but at the same token, you make sure that you open up your opportunities. The idea is you want to be everywhere you can be for your distribution of your music. But let me know what you find out because I have friends that are trying to get into this industry as well, and I don't have time to research for them too. Okay, let's see. Anna Rita, greetings, Anna Rita. How are you? Cleaning dusk while listening. Say hi to the sexy beast, CJ. CJ, Anna Rita says hi. He's like, what? All right. Oh, you want to come up and say hi, Anna Rita? All right, come on.
Hi, Anna Rita. How are you doing?
All right. Key pass X. There you go. Yep. Perfectly fine. Let's see. It's pouring rain here and it's coming my way. Woohoo! Pouring rain. Awesome. Fahrenheit 451. What? Is it that hot or should we burn our books? What? Greetings, Toss. How's it going there? Alright, okay, Google extensions can really lag you down a bit. Yep, Solus Plasma is just like KDE Neon, but it's a full distro. Plasma version is the same as a Neon user. There you go. Alright, cool. I had to read that book when I was a sophomore in junior high. Yep, Fahrenheit 451, yep. Just stopping in, see what the show is about. Glad to have a peek. We'll try to get back in less time. All right, very cool, man. Be right back. Coffee break. Ooh, coffee break. Coffee break's good. If you want to know, I'm a Swedish guy. All right, we have someone from Sweden. Very cool. Welcome, Sweden. I have a good friend from Sweden. Lives in Wyoming, of all places. How'd that happen? Just don't ask. All right. Honestly, feel there are many people so disillusioned with the modern church these days. I think you have hit on something. I believe the book has struck a nerve with people. Yep, that's all right. Yeah. A lot of people walk into a modern church and wonder where Jesus is that I'm supposed to meet. Yep. Come here seeking guidance. I want to change my ways. Yeah. And that's the problem. That is the problem, that the churches aren't really teaching people about who God really is. Art of Shallow Neighbor is a must-have skill. Yeah. Never heard of these other services. We'll do more research. Yep, just keep on finding. So I actually found, basically asked, is ACX good? And I found a comparative looking at ACX, Findaway Voices, and a third one. And the third one is a little bit more established. Findaway Voices is a newer company. Like Findaway's not, but Findaway Voices is. And they're newer, and that's kind of the downside, but really at the same token, all they're doing is distributing to already established book distributors. So it doesn't really make a difference. And they had no upfront cost for uploading stuff. Now, of course, here's another thing. If you want to get into audiobooks, if you're going to produce it yourself, you have to know how to really finally use Audacity to get the audio files under the exact requirements, which is, do I still have my requirements listed over here? No, I have my requirements listed for the images, but to make an audiobook for distribution on any audiobook channels, you have to have audio between, I think the average RMS has to be between 18 and 23 dBs, the max peak at neg 3 dBs, and a basement of neg 60 dBs. And to get that working in Audacity is a little difficult. So ACX will allow you to do what they call a profit share. So you can work with a studio to produce the book and a narrator to narrate the book. And basically you can either pay them up front and keep all the royalties yourself, or you can direct ACX to distribute the royalties. You know, basically you'll get half the royalties and the narrator / studio will get half the royalties. I don't do that since I'm interested in that, but I actually also know, I know a guy that runs a radio station in Florida who also does book narration really good, and his son is actually an audio producer. So I have connections for those. So for people wanting to do that, I'm willing to hook into those services. And so Findaway Voices is good for me because I'm producing my own books. Whereas if I had to produce them, I might look into another service, because they basically, to have a book done to them, you have to pay all of the studio production costs up front, which is different from ACX and the other third one that I forget who they are. Distro would you recommend to an Android and web developer who has some knowledge about Linux? Something with KDE, so you can have KDE Connect on it to easily interface your drop files onto your phone. I don't know. I don't know. I personally like Cinnamon because it's how my workflow works, which you can set up the same way with KDE. I don't know. It depends on your workflow. If you like the Mac type interface, go with GNOME. If you like a Windows type interface, Cinnamon. If you're not looking to branch out, if you're looking for something a little bit different, KDE, Solus would be good. I don't think you're really going to go wrong, you know. Right. Had to take a pizza break. Don't break pizza. All right. Good story about dystopian future. Yeah, I gotta read that again. I haven't read that in a while. Here's a question. Why won't Chromium play Netflix? Because Netflix requires DRM. Chromium does not have DRM in it. To play Netflix on Linux, I think Waterfox can, Firefox can. So go with one of those and set that separately for Netflix. Has to do with the fact it's DRM now. Cleaning, yay, but now daycare needs cleaning. Uh-oh. You ever associated with Mil Udic? I mean, he follows my channels, but I've never really talked to him. LibreHunt.org will pick your distro based on... Oh, cool. Yeah. So I guess LibreHunt.org to look for your distros. That's pretty cool. All right. I should try that. Let me try that. All right, let's see. LibreHunt.org, safe and secure. What's Linux? It's an operating system. Oh, did Quint build this? No. All right. Okay, choose a distro today. Linux expertise. Let's say for a beginner. Well, I'm medium, but yeah, beginner. Why not? Old hardware support. Yeah, doesn't matter. Let's go doesn't matter. Timely updates. Once in a while. Do you want the distro to look like? Windows. Touch support. It doesn't matter. Extremely secure. Nah, not really. Popularity. Would you like a distro with more popularity than support than something small and different? Yeah, sure, more popularity. Always good. Do you want a unique appearance? And the appearance install it yourself and something typical look? No. Kubuntu, Linux Mint, Ubuntu Mate, KDE Neon, Ubuntu Budgie, Xubuntu. Okay, so it's kind of telling me what they do. All right, so the Kubuntu and Linux Mint both completely match. All right, so I hereby trust the website then, right? All right. Let's see. So this one, appearances does not match for Ubuntu Mate. I'm not sure why. Well, I guess, yeah, well, they have options to select what you want to look like. That's the cool thing about Ubuntu Mate. If you don't like the default, there's actually built in a few different layouts you can choose. KDE Neon does not match that. Look like does not match that. Look like does not match that. I don't know why. Xubuntu? Xubuntu looks like Windows. Zorin appearance does not match. It can. Zorin has a very Windows-like approach to it. That's weird. Okay. Oh, Farron's on the list. Farron OS, you're on the list. Timely updates? I thought Farron was more timely than that. Appearance, last I know, worked. Well, that's a neat website. Cool. Thank you. Okay, just want to say, I do like the new KDE Neon, so slick and works well. All right. Trying to figure out what happened last night. I don't know. I ended up timing him out last night. Wonder if he was hacked or something. I don't know. Videotapes only from Brazil. I only accompany with your video lessons. All right, man. Very cool. Love audiobooks while falling asleep. Also, I avoid pillow talk with the wife. Shh, listening to a book. Call GNOME close to Mac unless you make it look like it. Yeah, I guess it's easier though, I think. Netflix does work on Waterfox and Firefox. All right, from a Netflix user. Yeah, I don't use Netflix. I don't know. All right. Just saw DTube. Saw this on DTube. Good look for newbies. All right. What website is that? Libre Hunter. Did I lose my place? I think I lost my place. I remember seeing those comments. Yeah, I saw those comments. There we are. Libre Hunt is worthless. All right, so Toss says it's worthless. All right. select only, no arch as a result. If you select only, okay, let's see. Let's go back. All right. Next. Advanced. Doesn't matter. As they come. None. Doesn't matter. No. 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 Submit. Let's see what happens there. No perfect matches. So these are the 3 closest. All right. 4, 5, 6. I guess 6 closest. 7, 8, 9 closest. Oh, interesting. All right, well, let's go ahead and feed up the kitty, and then we'll do a final call for comments here. Oh, yeah, kitty, you know what's coming, don't you? You know what's coming, huh? Yes, you do. You know what's coming, don't you? No, you stay right here. You're in a perfect spot right here. Just don't move. Just don't move. You're in a perfect spot right here. Oh, no, stop mooning the people. You're not allowed to moon the people. People, sorry people, I think you're getting mooned. Here, buddy. Come on, stick your paw in there. Oh yeah, you get the paw action going. Now stick your face, oh, no, 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 there you go. You got the paw action, now get the face action going. Did you get it? Oh, oh, right here, buddy. Oh, he dropped one. Hey, I got one right here for you. Oh, you gotta come back up, you gotta come back up. Come on, it's right here, buddy. It's right here, buddy. You gotta come back up. Come on, buddy, buddy, kitty. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on up. Come on. I'm teasing my poor kitty. Come here. Come on up, dummy. You're getting more kitty treats. Here you go, buddy. Yeah. Hey, Quint's back. Greetings, Quint. There you go, buddy. Oh, that's a good kitty, huh? Those good? Are those good? Are those good? He's like, I got my kitty treats. I'm out of here, yo. See ya. What is this fair weather friend I got here, man? What is this? Cat's like, all right, no more kitty treats. Kitty treats back in the door. I'm out of here, man. See ya. Oh boy, oh boy. Distro Watch doesn't update on time, but the links are always good. Libre Hunt is not my fave. All right. Wipe my mother's laptop on with Windows 7 on. Can't upgrade to Windows 10. Put Ubuntu GNOME. She loves it. Saved her money and buying a new one. Very cool. All right. I guess any final thoughts and words, I guess. Hey, since I'm already talking about shameless promotion, you can check out my books pretty much anywhere. Amazon, of course. If you shop on Amazon, you can find, let's see, I'll go ahead and drop the Art of Shallow Neighboring. This is the Amazon link for that. And Testing and Temptations. This is the Amazon link for that. You can get these, and definitely if you do review things on Amazon, go ahead and leave some reviews there, particularly on this one here, because people don't like it. Also, I don't know, maybe I'll go ahead and reestablish that author account over here. It might be worth it or not on Goodreads. You can check out my main website for the Christian stuff at ourwalkinchrist.com so you can get information. I try and keep the lists updated. I haven't been lately because this theme is out of date, and I want to rebuild the website to account for the fact that I do podcasts now. I have more videos, systems coming out, and I want to make the website a lot more robust than it is. But you can actually find information on both books here. And you can also actually buy them. If you're in the United States, you can buy them directly from me on the website. This is the best for me as it, clears out some of my inventory, gives me the most profit, and I will actually sign your books. And should I go ahead and establish a coupon code for the week? I already did a coupon code for the week, but I think I can establish another coupon code for the week. Let me go ahead and do that. Let me log in over here, and I'll give you guys a coupon code if you want to buy the books directly from my website, which, by the way, you can get the ebooks or the print books. My ebooks are DRM free because I want you to be able to choose what e-reader you are using and not locking it into a company or anything. Coupons. Let's do a add coupon. Let's call this coupon Switched to Linux. And let's go ahead and make it a percentage discount. Let's say 20%. And let's go ahead and make this expire the I'm trying to think what's a good date I can do. I'll do the 15th, so I'll do like 2 weeks. Update that. All right, so using this coupon code on my website, Switched to Linux, you'll get, I broke something. You will get 20% off anything you buy at ourwalkinchrist.com / is it shop or store? I forget. I should just make both of them work. / shop. ourwalkinchrist.com / shop. That will get you, you can basically come over here. You can get the ebook pack, will get you both ebooks. And for $4, then you're going to get a discount off of that. The softcover pack will get you both softcover books for $17, and then you can get any range. You can buy the softcover and the ebooks together on these as well. Use the coupon code Switched to Linux, and that will give you 20% off anything in the cart until December 15th, 2018. Also, check out the links in the description down below. Patreon, Think Life Media, and shop.switchedtolinux.com. So thanks for coming along, folks. Let's see if there's any final comments I want to mention here. CJ, you're lucky virtual girl's not watching. You're mooning people. Yeah, you. He's still staring at me. He's like, more? All right, make the site material design. Well, it actually kind of already is because it's just kind of the way the theme is. But all right, guys. Well, we will catch you guys later. Thanks for coming along, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. Oh, Pizza Loving Nerd will be on at 2:30 Eastern Time, which is about 40 minutes. I might be able to catch that. I'll see. And Louie, I think you said you were going to email me something. Go ahead and email, and I will see if I can help you out with that, all right? We will catch you guys later, and have yourselves a wonderful afternoon.